this computer. All right, so we are recording. This is session, I think it's session 12 of Descent into Fernia. Yeah, at least an hour. So who, oh, this is gonna be fun. Who would like to give the recap?
We arrived at the bridge and we were hidden behind some obstructions so that we could watch the unkillable monsters as they all boarded onto the bridge. Lux decided to run out. There was a progression of some ghouls and some potential slaves that had come onto the bridge, and I think Lux ran out, maybe thinking that she could pretend to be a prisoner. I'm not exactly sure what she was going for initially, but it pretty quickly she abandoned whatever plan that was and really just signaled to everything that she was there and she was in a fight with the ghouls. That then prompted all the rest of us to come out of hiding. Although Solomon moved at the speed of Solomon and cried out to alert his mother to the danger, and then got a 0 on his initiative roll. So wound up not actually attacking any of the ghouls because they were dead by that time. Solomon and people ran forward to kind of block some of the devils. Solomon ran around the side, hoping not to be capped as he ran towards one of the sets of magical runes on the bridge, and sacrificed his life force to essentially start up whatever the consecration was that supposedly protected the bridge. There was some sort of radiant light that kept zapping the devils, and we then proceeded to fight them one-on-one. Almost immediately, our meat shield, got taken out. In a very unfortunate blow, Alyssa was rendered unconscious. Then, Dr. Sheev died somehow. I don't remember the details.
Sounds like suicide.
And we were eventually able to otherwise overcome the rest of the devils, and no one important was lost.
I still like to imagine that Paelius was there somewhere, just willing that all to happen.
And then we were saying we were going to go off and find somewhere to hole up and get a long rest in.
Yeah,
a lot of us were close to dead.
Right. So, so many of you were able, or not many of you, all of you were able to find a dwelling that was mostly intact. Once you defeated the devils, they're on the other side of the bridge. I mean, there's a number of structures. It's a city, so there's lots of structures, lots of rubble. Some of the buildings were even intact, and luckily the one that you were able to find was not already inhabited by some other creature, whether friend or foe. It was just empty. So you guys were able to use that to rest up and address your wounds. Solomon, give me a Constitution save just to see how you do with the after effects of the glyphs.
Not well. I'm going to use my action point on that.
Okay, that's fine. So you're largely the next day you're feeling a bit nauseous, and your head is kind of ringing from the after effects of not only sacrificing a small spark of your life force towards the energizing of those runes, but also in touching those runes, you essentially had touched something of the divine, whether it was actually getting some aspect of the silver flame or whatever it kind of left a kind of ringing within you, a resonating within your soul. So while you don't have any mechanical effects that you're suffering as a result, and you were able to regain the hit point loss of that, you're still feeling it. Alyssa, your wounds were much worse, but thankfully nothing that a good night's sleep wasn't able to recover. You're still very sore. You probably if you were to take off your armor, your entire body would probably be black and blue, because you were hit with a 60-mile-per-hour fastball ghoul. But yeah, so you're gonna be feeling that for at least a week.
I hurt in places that don't even exist.
Yeah, so there's that. Additionally, as you wake up the next day, where is it? So as you wake up the next day, the weather has changed a bit. Where previously it was just a searing heat, like desert dry heat, now it's an intense humidity, and even as you look outside, you can see the air shimmering from the heat differentials, causing the diffraction index to increase, and as a result, not only is it hot, but there's also like this wave of lethargy that kind of emanates and permeates the air. So everybody make me a DC 10 intelligence save. Why did I say DC 10? Doesn't matter. Just make an intelligence save.
That's a hard save for me.
That's a tough one. Oh.
All right. And as long as this weather is going on, these saves are going to happen occasionally. Lassice, did you do it?
We got a long rest in then, you said?
Yes, you did.
Sweet.
Does that restore all vitality points or only all hit points?
No, it restores everything.
Okay.
Only under certain circumstances might you not regain everything. Okay. So. Oh.
I like how Lassice is the smartest one among us.
Okay. All right. So additionally, something that is going to be important moving forward is because of the weather and especially because of the intense heat, you guys are going to be dealing with the environmental effects. And additionally, something that everybody should know, I am enforcing the rule about sleeping in armor. So if you do sleep in armor, just so you know, if it's medium or heavy, you only recover 1/4 of your hit dice rather than half, and you do not heal any levels of exhaustion during a long rest.
One of you remember to undress me before the long rest, right? Right?
Wouldn't have been Solomon.
So that is something to keep in mind moving forward. We haven't been tracking it. It hasn't been an issue up until now, but it is going to be an issue moving forward. Finally, before we start moving forward, there were some items that you guys found during the battle from the corpses. You found the adamantine breastplate and the kopeshis. You also found that sword arm. And
The enormous sword arm.
yeah, but it is magical, so it does shrink or grow to accommodate whoever is using it. So, did anyone want to use those or attempt to attune to them? Or were they simply abandoned on the bridge?
Well, I mean, from what I've read, the sword arm requires you to cut off your own arm to use them. I'm a bit attached to mine, unfortunately. And then the breastplate just seems to be pure evil.
Well, it was worn by a creature pure evil.
Yeah. Do we know what you wrote about it, though, from the notes?
Making assumptions. Just a simple old breastplate.
Yeah.
I assume we were just going to give Alyssa all the evil things so that she could have the sword arm and the breastplate and the shield.
What could possibly go wrong there?
Maybe if you get like enough evil things, the evil things will have to fight each other and it'll create a kind of balance.
They all fight for your soul.
Exactly. I want Evil Things Civil War. It's going to be the next big movie.
Those are the three main things, right? The giant sword, the kopesh, you said?
Kopeshis, there's 2 of them. And then there's so there's the breastplate, the sword arm, and the kopeshis.
Do those count as long swords or short swords?
Short swords, he said.
What I believe.
Yeah, let me bring those up. What is it? Yeah, they're mechanically similar to short swords.
I mean, I guess technically I am proficient in them.
Yeah, so this is included. You guys this should be visible to you. I'll show it to you guys too. But these weapons are always found as a set. They are magical. They do have an additional damage bonus to them, and you can attune to both of them with a single attunement slot. So 2 for the price of 1.
Now, would our characters know about the things written in the notes about these things, or not necessarily?
written where in the notes? What do you mean?
About the necrotic and all that stuff.
Yeah, so you know, just because the magical properties didn't seem to be all that groundbreaking or anything, and especially since the one guy that you had that might be able to identify them is no longer in existence.
He's sleeping.
I just felt like this was, something that you guys would be able to figure out as you kind of looked at them over the course of your long rest.
I mean, I might dick around with them. I probably won't use them very much, but
Okay.
if nobody else seems to be gravitating towards them, like if anybody else could use them, it would be Lux, I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe Ulysses, I think. Technically.
I have a -1 on my charisma. I don't feel like healing them for necrotic damage.
Okay,
I think me and Lux are in a similar sort of thing. I only get a 1, so.
So I should change that. It's a minimum of 1.
So a minimum of 1 with another -1 equals a 0. So you're not healing them at least.
Well, even with if you have a negative modifier, you always do at least one necrotic damage.
Yeah, I would never dual wield. I only have a +1 to charisma anyway, and I already have my magic mace. I would never use the devil's weapon rather than the magic mace. The breastplate would reduce my AC by 4. So, because my dexterity is negative.
Yep.
So something to also keep in mind, although the Kopeshes, they do come as a set, you don't have to use them as a set. You can attune to the one, but you can also attune to both of them for the price of one. So that's something, if you don't have to dual wield if you don't want to.
Right. I mean, even if I did, or whoever did, I guess. I just imagine if Ewan did attune to both of them, they'd just be like on a belt or like on his back or something like that. Most of the time, he'd still be punching people.
Mm-hmm.
He's just more comfortable that way. Knowing Ewan, he'd probably fucking throw them at somebody.
Which is fine.
But I mean, during some downtime, he might swing one around. End up accidentally attuning to it.
Okay. And maybe Ewan feels like it's more of a status thing, wielding or having at least on his back in that nice little cross. The Kopeshis of a enemy that has been slayed by the group.
Right. Yeah, I might mean we have status now. Fuck off.
Right.
You know what these are? Fucked your boss up. Get out of here. We'll see what happens. Again, only a 1 in charisma.
Well, adamantine would be nice for unimaginable reasons. I don't trust it with the skin becoming gray with a metallic sheen from it. That sounds like a very bad thing to put on your chest.
Yeah, but no crits.
Yeah, no crits. Instead, you become partially metal or something. I don't trust it.
I mean, how cool would that be, though, to be a Goliath, a metal Goliath? That's like Metal Mario, except better.
If it was placed, we would talk, but it's not, so no.
Don't fall into the lava.
Yeah. Okay. So then I imagine then you probably would have abandoned the sword arm and the adamantine then.
Yeah.
I might propose that we throw them overboard.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think that's fair.
Which is fine. So you probably, the bodies of the demon or devils, you guys could have, well, as a team effort, you could have thrown over the sword arm devil, and easily could have thrown over the Shadow Master devil.
He just whisked away, didn't he?
I think he might have. Or I think he died from the radiant damage being dealt by the glyphs, which would have burned his body up. But that giant devil, there's no way, even all of you working together, you're not moving him.
How much does he weigh?
It's
Well, I mean, Alyssa is fucking down, so
Yeah,
right.
I'm sleeping.
But I mean, the thing is like 25 feet tall and made of solid muscle and bone, so it's probably in the area of
couple tons, yeah,
Yeah.
2 tons.
At least as much as 2 elephants.
Right.
So
Might be doable.
all right, so you guys awaken in the dwelling that you managed to find. Thankfully nothing has come to bother you through the night, but there is this change in the weather that has happened. You've recently lost a member of your team. One of you was really seriously wounded. Another one of you sacrificed a great deal to aid in the effort. So what do you guys do? How do you guys wake up?
Short swords are D6 damage, right?
Yeah. And they're light and finesse.
So I would probably wind up waking up last because I'm very foggy and tired.
I don't think I'll wake up very quickly either.
I imagine Lux is probably up before any of you, and each of you wake up to see her just smoking from a pipe with slobber chops on her shoulder, looking disapprovingly at each and every one of you.
Simultaneously.
Yeah.
Ewan's probably a early riser. But yeah, I mean, just in his nature. Get up, keep a lookout till people wake. Otherwise, he wouldn't do very much until everybody's awake and ready to move.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll get up and go look around and say, aren't we missing one?
Oh, something else that I should point out. And although you guys weren't consciously aware of it before, maybe because before there was some magic or some supernatural effect kind of sliding your eyes away from it, from not paying attention to it, not thinking of it consciously. Here in Fernia, things are working a bit differently. You notice that Shay wasn't just not participating in the battle last time, she actually vanished just before. And then you guys, I imagine you probably looked for her immediately after the battle, thinking maybe something happened to her, but she reappears the next morning with all of you. You don't see her reappear. It's not like she's like bamfing out like Nightcrawler, but you just notice that she's gone, and then suddenly she's there.
Where the hell you been?
I don't know exactly.
That's not all right.
Yeah.
Details?
I mean, it's all a little foggy.
Uh-huh.
Somewhere green.
Nothing green here.
No.
So what are we doing? Are we hiding from something?
I think we're waiting for people to rest up.
Wait, where's
I think
Dr.
we're-
Sheev?
Oh, that son of a
Dr.
bitch is
Sheev.
dead.
Dr. Sheev died in the last fight, I believe. But I don't quite remember. What are we doing here?
What do you mean?
I mean this place. What are we doing here? How did we even get here?
We walked.
He does make a
Listen,
good
I'm gonna
point.
I'm gonna need some of you to get your shit together, okay? You, big woman, you all right?
Well, I hurt in a bunch of places, but I seem to be all right for now.
Talking well more coherently than you two. What's going on?
Well, let me go ahead
She almost died.
get some armor on here so I can get ready to go. I'm gonna put my chainmail back on.
Where are we resting? Like, what does this place look like?
So it is kind of a cottage. It's a little bit on the smaller side. It was previously surrounded by a number of taller stone buildings. None of them are still standing. The fact that this one was undamaged in all of the chaos and destruction that took place is rather miraculous. But it is kind of the only surviving structure within maybe a few hundred feet. So it's rather quaint. It's mostly a wooden interior. There is an iron wood burning stove in the kitchen. There is also which is separate from the main room. And there's also 2 bedrooms.
So I would proceed to start, like, I'd find some heavy piece of furniture and start, like, dragging it over in front of the door.
What are you doing?
Fortifying this place.
We don't know. We got to move.
Move where? There are devils outside.
Yeah, no shit.
I think the real question is, how long do we expect this fortification to hold if there are devils outside who can hold an axe? Just, cut down the door.
What was the building we were going to again? I forget.
It's High Hall Fortress.
High Hall.
Yeah.
We got to get to High Hall. That was the goal.
Was it? Very well then, I suppose. We can go to High Hall. Why are we going to High Hall?
Before I even touch any of that, can you even still cast magic?
Believe so.
All right, then just stick nearby. Keep us alive, huh? And you, greenish woman.
What?
Not you.
Which Grinch?
And yeah, she should also.
Oh, that's right, Lux.
Yeah, Lux should also roll an intelligence save, although we might not be able to distinguish her being foggy from the environment from her being foggy normally.
She's been indoctrinated by the Ganj.
Loving Tony's incredible racism about being unable to differentiate between the two green people here.
I'm not even green.
I could have swore the picture was green.
My tan may be ever so slightly green, but it is a tan.
I'll have you know, it is called olive, not green, okay?
There you go.
Green olive.
It was taken at sunset. The colors are all wonky.
Two different kinds of olives here.
I do have a question.
What color's your hair then?
Brown?
Okay. I'm gonna need to see a picture again.
Mike, do we require food and water still? And
Yes.
sustenance. Okay.
See that hair is green.
I think you need to fix the colors on your screen, man.
Maybe this is the revelation that Tony is colorblind. This is when we found out Tony is colorblind.
How is that not green?
It's not. She
How
looks
did you make it
brown
this
and
far
brown
in your life
eyes.
without learning the difference between
And-
brown and green?
You
Did
know,
your parents play a cruel trick on you and teach you
Yes.
the names wrong?
honestly, if I was one of his parents, I definitely would have done that.
So I knew a guy that was colorblind, were green and orange, couldn't distinguish them. And his friends were really mean. They would make him go and find the orange cone on the football field. And he couldn't do it.
Call Megan. Show her that fucking picture.
So how much food and water do we need? I only came not realizing we were coming to hell like immediately. I had on me when we arrived 5 days worth of rations and 3 water skins.
Okay. I mean, a day's rations will probably suffice in terms of nourishment. In terms of water, given the heat, you're probably going to need 2, maybe 3 times the normal amount of water that you would need in a day.
Okay.
So all 3 water skins gone.
Yeah. I think 5th edition says that you have to have 1 gallon of water per day, and a water skin holds 2 or 4 liters. I can't remember, but it's half of what you need a day.
We'll say 1 water, just for simplicity's sake. One water skin of water would be sufficient for a day. So you will need 2 to 3 water skins each.
Screw it. Gonna have a sip of water and pull out some rations and have something to eat before we get going. Safe here.
So I would have drained then 2 water skins in the prior day. I have 1 water skin left to share with other people.
I have 1. I guess I don't have any more water skins. How long have we been here? I had 10 days of rations, so.
I think you've been in Fernia this is your 2nd long rest in Fernia.
So I'm not finished with the 2nd ration. So I'm just going to say 9. I have 9 rations. When I go to rest, I'll mark it down. But I got no water.
Yep.
But I had all the beer and stuff that I wanted at that place.
The Winchester.
At the Winchester.
Oh, you said at the Winchester? I was at the Smith & Wesson.
Oh yeah. So since you guys were at the Winchester the previous day, that would have probably given you all the water that you needed yesterday. And you probably still have whatever you wouldn't have needed to use your resources as you were at the Winchester.
So the good news is I can create water. Can't create food yet, though.
Next level. Yeah.
I have create and destroy water prepared and good berry. So we're set.
Let's get some of that good berry going. We don't even need water then. That sustains us entirely.
Well, Goodberry only sustains your nourishment. It doesn't
Exactly.
take care of your water needs.
Whatever.
I'll make y'all some berries.
So seriously, why High Hall? I mean, I know where it is, but isn't it overrun with devils too?
It's suspected that there are people holed up there. One of the few fortifiable places.
Oh, that's probably much more secure than here. That's a much better place to hide then.
That was the mentality yesterday.
Well then, if we're all dressed and ready to go, we should make haste. Do we know how far Highhold is from here?
If you look out the window, you can see it. It's the largest structure in Flame Keep outside of the actual Cathedral of Flame Keep.
I see, we're just about there. There's nothing else. Wait, what happened to Dr. Sheev's body?
It disintegrated.
And was thrown into lava.
Well, I'm sorry. It was actually penetrated by tentacles, then torn asunder into various parts, then disintegrated in acid, and then was thrown into lava.
So we probably didn't get anything useful out of his backpack then. Okay.
No.
No, in fact, he had the boots of springing and striding, and those are lost forever.
Yeah.
He was wearing them, wasn't he?
Yeah. Oh, interesting little thing. That means that any enhancements, any of his infusions are going to eventually end. So let me look up how long.
He said he was going to help with my erectile dysfunction.
Grave of the Fallen, Dr. Sheev.
I think that means Lux's wraps.
Yeah.
I forgot what else it was.
He also granted somebody an armor class bonus, I want to say. Oh, he granted himself an armor class bonus.
Selfish bastard.
Thought he gave something to Alyssa for helping him initially.
No, he gave that to
Lux.
Lux instead
Yeah,
of
he only had 2 infusions that he could use at a time. So the one that he had just goes with him. The other one is Lux's, and so Lux has that for another 4 days. After that, the magic is going to fade from her wraps.
Okay, so the next person who dies, remember to make another artificer.
So.
Solomon's ready.
Is everyone else good to go?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you guys begin heading towards High Hall. Let's see what happens while you are on your way. Shoot, I don't have the right thing open. All right, so as you guys are making your way over there, who wants to do some kind of skill check to assist the party in getting there?
I mean, I got some decent knowledge of the city.
Mm-hmm.
Just, from being here.
So your knowledge of the city, it's useful, but it's also not as helpful as you might imagine because so many of the structures have been destroyed. So the landmarks that you might have used to navigate might no longer be there, and obstacles may have cropped up where ruined buildings and structures might be. So it certainly is helpful, but it's not necessarily a guaranteed thing. So if you wanted to do some kind of check regarding your knowledge of the city, you could pick a skill.
Yeah, let's see here. Perhaps history?
Okay.
Sorry. Let's see here. History. Boom.
Okay. So despite the destruction that has ravaged the city, your knowledge of the general layout of the city is still really helpful in finding the quickest way there. You're also able to use that knowledge to make sure that you're staying in areas that are relatively obscured from sight. You do see several packs of demons, or rather devils, fiends. You don't necessarily know if they're demons or devils, wandering the streets. At one point, you definitely see some people that seem to be interacting with them, usually in a form of begging or pleading. So you see that at a couple of instances, you actually see some of these fiends engaging in some kind of combat, like ripping into each other. So I don't know what you guys want to make of that, but that's you see those things along the way.
Nobody here can understand them then?
Is there anybody that speaks Infernal or Abyssal?
Nope.
All right.
Nope.
So then, yeah, you would not necessarily be able to understand any of them that are speaking. Although the ones that are interacting with mortals, those ones you could understand if you wanted to maybe stop and observe.
What were they doing with mortals?
So briefly as you're passing by, you get a glimpse of them. It seems like a few of them are crying. they're surrounded by these monsters, and one of them is trying to bargain or plead with one of them, and the leader seems to actually be listening. So if you wanted to stay and observe, you might need to make some checks to avoid being seen, as well as to try and see if you can get close enough to hear exactly what they're saying.
Well, as much as I'd like to save those people, I don't know that we can stop every time we find someone in trouble, or else we will never get to our destination and do that thing that we're supposed to do that I definitely remember.
Yeah, that was convincing. Let's move it.
Somehow I completely believe him. Let's go.
Okay. So just before you leave, you see the fiend pull out some kind of paper and quill and hand it to the person that he's speaking to. Then...
Don't do it. It's a 95% interest rate. It's a terrible deal.
Right.
Yeah, I tried.
Let's see. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm trying to see if any of these random encounters are interesting, but no, they all suck. So,
You use them, man.
Just ambush us already. We know it's coming.
yeah, we're not going to do that. All right, so one more person needs to do some kind of check to see how well you're able to get to High Hall. So Tony used history. Who would like to make some kind of attempt to use their abilities to help the group?
Can I use athletics to help move rubble out of the way so we can clear some streets and get going a bit quicker here? Take routes that would otherwise be blocked off. Just make our way straight through buildings as opposed to going around them.
All right. First, before you do that, Kurt, how do I make it so that you guys can't see my rolls again?
You mean you just want to roll a bunch of things? It sort of depends. There's one is to type in /GM roll, and then that will basically whisper a roll only to you.
Okay.
Two is you put in, but then you have to type GM roll before every roll. 2 is you can type in /talk to myself.
That's it. /talk to myself. Okay.
And then it should say talking to yourself.
Yes.
Now, the trick to that is when you log out and log back in, there won't be any record of those rolls ever again.
That's fine. Okay. Alyssa, go ahead.
Okay. Oh, at least it wasn't that one.
Okay,
Those are
so
more interesting.
so you do encounter some rubble, and it looks to be it's an interesting point because you guys have basically been running through a network of alleyways that Ewan is aware of. And thus far, despite the destruction and everything, the alleyways are mostly intact. Some of them not so much, and you have to kind of dart through and make sure that you're being wary of other things that might be around you. But this one, you're kind of at a place where across the street there is a pillar standing in the way of another alleyway. And it doesn't look like it would be very easy to climb over very quickly. So Alyssa, you do your best using your strength and your heritage to move the pillar. And although you are able to move it, it takes you much longer than you expect, and it's much more difficult for you because of your wounds still kind of lingering, making you sore. And it's also much heavier than you anticipated. And so it takes a little bit longer, and as you do it, you move it, it actually, you misjudge slightly, and it actually falls and collapses, causing a big sprouting of dust and also a big noise. And then in the skies above you, you hear a dreadful screech, and you look over and there are two winged creatures now making their way to you.
Think quick. I won't make them think this is just normal.
Down to the
Allah
sewers.
Akbar? No, that doesn't work.
To the sewers.
Okay.
There's got to be one around here somewhere.
So,
Unless there's an intact building.
no, not any building entrances that you could get to. These creatures will be able to be upon you more quickly. The only person that it's seen though right now is Alyssa. None of you can see the creatures from your vantage point, and the creatures aren't able to see you. It's only Alyssa. You guys hear the creatures because they screech really a dreadful sound that almost makes you, it's like nails on chalkboard, but worse. And Alyssa, it's very clear that they're heading right for you.
What do they look like? Big scary things?
So let's find a good picture. Okay, here we go. Kind of look like this. Wings of fire, bodies that are scorched and charred, and they carry swords of fire.
Oh. Okay. In that case...
And you have basically what amounts to 2 rounds of actions before they are upon you. Everyone else, though, because you guys aren't able to visibly see what's going on and you don't know as well, if you wanted to react, you have like 1 round of action.
Is there any place I can get cover from the sky?
Okay. You can do a perception check or investigation, but that is an action.
Okay, that's fine with me. I will do Well, is actually slightly better. Nope, no idea. I'm in an open field. Help me.
Oh, stop the screen share. Peter.
Hey,
I'm
Hey.
about to die.
Maybe.
Just in time.
Who'd like to catch
Sure.
Peter up on where we are?
We went into the city. We were going through it. I moved something. It didn't go well, and now I'm being attacked by flaming creatures with wings.
Lysis is back. And Solomon seems to be losing his mind.
so pretty much normal. So that's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Yep.
It almost seems like Solomon has taken a hit of your ganj. It does kind of feel like it.
In fact, Lux, give me an intelligence save.
Oh, okay.
Welcome to the party.
Apparently.
How about your new character? You're gonna have to roll up after failing this intelligence save.
Let me get. I think we do that in roll 20 if I remember.
Oh, also, Peter, because Dr. Sheev is dead, you have 4 days before the magic in your fist wraps dissipates.
Dr. Sheev, the gift that keeps on giving.
And then also, Peter, so you know, these are the things. Your Lux doesn't see them. Nobody does except Alyssa right now. But these are the things that are screeching through the sky, flying at her.
We just hear it, right?
Yeah. So none of you knows it, but it is a creature with wings of fire, clutching swords of flame. And their bodies look to be burnt out husks of some kind of humanoid.
Well, that part's familiar.
Well, oh, this doesn't look good.
And so, yeah, so Alyssa, you look around, there's nowhere that you are confident that you can go. In fact, as you are looking around, you actually trip and fall. And so you have to use your move action to stand up. So if you wanted to do a move action this round, you'd only be able to move half your speed. And then you only have one more round of action before they're upon you.
I'm gonna stand up.
We haven't got across the damn bridge yet?
No, we
we're
did.
across
we
the
did.
bridge.
Oh yeah, so the map isn't current right now.
Damn.
You guys all got a
That's
long
bigger.
rest.
We got a long rest in too.
Oh,
so
okay.
Feel free
Yeah.
to rest up.
Okay, I wrote that down and then. What the hell?
Oh, and we need to know how much food and water you have because we figured all that out for everybody else.
We've not had to use it yet, but it might come up.
Might come up. Rumor has it.
Lysis used Goodberry, so that we were able to be sustained at
All right.
least.
So what the hell am I doing? Intelligence save?
Yeah.
I have no idea what I rolled.
Okay. You're fine.
Oh,
No, you're
okay.
not.
Oh, 5. Good.
You actually have advantage because you've been smoking. So.
Told you the benefits.
Drugs are good. Okay.
Helps with the memory, apparently.
Not just for teenagers anymore. Let's go.
It's
Give me
great
one
for
second.
glaucoma too.
I'm gonna get a drink really quick. If you guys want to take a 5-minute break, or if you want to talk about how Alyssa's gonna die.
I'm
Hope it
hoping to a
involves-
grapple check.
Yeah.
Involves tentacles. So, I've only got one action left. I'm just gonna
Wow.
take the
I mean,
dodge action. Yeah, you all get disadvantage against me for this round. Fuck you.
I'm just curious where we just see Alyssa panicking. Oh my god! We're just like, what's going on, man? It's just a screech.
Death rides.
Fucking tripping over herself and everything.
All I can say is it's good that you got a 23. Imagine what would have happened if you'd gotten like a nat 1.
Imagine what would have happened if I got a 19 or anything less than a 20. Yeah, so I'm going to cast Fireball on them attacking me, but have it changed to Ice instead. As we all know, champion fighters can perfectly do that.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
They
So
spent their years studying that. Yeah.
I'm going to move 15 feet back or further away from the group so I have more space between me and them.
Okay.
And then when my next round comes, right before they hit me, I'm going to take the dodge action.
Okay. So then we will do initiative. Everybody else is welcome to roll, but whatever happens this first round, it's just going to be Alyssa and these creatures acting.
Damn it, my token didn't select again. That's an 11 for my stupid token.
And now I have to figure out what these things do.
I'm natural 1 to get out of there.
Okay, let's see. Do random.
Today's the hottest day in Crescent City history. It hit 93 degrees. Roasting to death here.
Glad you got your chainmail on. I mean,
Yep. Chainmail, full gambeson, everything.
Sure, everyone is here. So
There was also some discussion about whether or not Lux wanted the demonic short swords.
Yeah. Kopesh's.
I mean, she does wear Metallica shirt, so it kind of fits.
a different game.
so
I got that leather duster.
They do like extra damage equal to your charisma modifier if they hit.
Yeah.
So I don't know what Lux's charisma is.
+4.
+1.
Same here.
Same here.
Same.
We're all super charismatic.
Yeah,
This is going to be a diplomatic game here.
right.
With my charisma.
Not
So
great charisma. Alyssa is the smartest of all of us.
Is she now?
No, I think it was
I think-
Lassice.
yeah.
It was
I have
Lassice.
12 intelligence. Yeah.
Lassice has a +3.
Oh, damn.
Oh, of course, I don't know. Maybe part of that was proficiency. Are druids proficient in intelligence saves?
No, not usually.
Yeah.
okay, so setting the scene a little bit. You guys, I imagine, are somewhere back here. Alyssa is out here, and then these monsters are gonna come in. And let's see what we're gonna use for these guys.
Torches. Just use torches.
Okay, here. We'll use these things. just for some of the basic stats, we're going to be using gargoyles, but they're going to be doing some other things as well. And then, oops, I'm still talking to myself. That command is not recognized because I typed you wrong. Okay. So. Wait a minute. Alyssa, did you roll initiative? You did.
Yeah.
You're not in here for some reason.
Yeah, I didn't select my token properly for some reason.
Okay, we'll put you in there.
I don't know why it does that sometimes.
I did select my token, but I think because we were on the other map or something.
Oh, that might have
Didn't work
been
out.
it.
That
Yeah.
might have been it, yeah.
All right, so we have Solomon in there. We got Ewan. We got the monsters, which are being taken placeholdered by gargoyles. We got Lux. We do not have Lacease, so we'll add Lacease. All right, so Lux will not be able to act just yet. So the monsters are going to go. They're using their entire turn to just get within range of Lacease. So they're still in mid-flight, like kind of getting ready to kind of charge you. And then Alyssa, you're up.
How high up are they?
Wait a minute. Alyssa, you're at 11.
Yep.
Why did it? This is messing it up. I don't know what's going on. Okay, so they're within reach of you right now.
Well, I ain't got a lot of choice in the matter here. I am non-violent, so I'm going to, of course, hit the one on that one, because he's a dick.
Okay.
No, greatsword his face with a nat 1.
Roll
To
it
confirm my
again.
death. Okay. Oh, thank God.
By 1.
It could have been worse.
By 1.
I think the game just wants me dead at this point.
All right, so it's not a critical fail, but it is a miss.
Oh, damn it.
Is there anything else you wanted to do?
Oof. Nope, that's going to do it for me. Wait, let me check one thing real fast. Yeah, that's going to do it for me.
Okay. All right, now we're at the top of the round and everybody gets a chance to go. So Lux, you are up. Monsters on deck. Ewan in the hole.
So do I see these things?
You do now.
And they don't look friendly.
Not one bit.
Really, it's a matter of opinion. Entirely subjective.
Yeah.
Technically, there's 3 things there. It's a question which one of them doesn't look friendly.
Maybe they're just huge fans of that golden shield, and so they've come to like touch it.
It is my shield.
All right, so Lux, you hit with your bow. Which one do you hit? Well, there's only one in your line of sight. This one's not really in your line of sight. So you do notice that it's not as effective as you would imagine, and in fact, the arrow kind of breaks off of its skin.
Nice. So I'm going to move. Are they still in the air, or are they?
They're in the air. They're in midair, about to basically charge Alyssa. They just happen to, for the round, their movement stopped. But if we're
Right.
thinking dynamically, they're like, you're basically firing your arrow just as they're passing by. Like, you timed your shot very well.
Okay, and I run over here on this side.
Okay.
I'm getting the macro ready to roll up a new character. Okay.
All right, so then anything else you want to do, Lux?
Actually, that's not all my movement, so I will move all the way over here.
All right. Oh, by the way, if you look, Lux, you also have slobber chops in your minions.
Oh, okay.
So whenever you want, you have slobber chops wherever you want, and whatever you want to do with slobber chops. You have total control over that character token. And you can actually open it up if you want to see what slobber chops could do.
Okay.
All right. So now it's the monsters. They are each attempting to grapple you.
Okay.
So
We know how this turns out.
Same song,
Right.
second verse.
Luckily, as long as you don't try to escape, you'll be fine.
Maybe.
I remember that with the Fernia edge.
All right. So the first one. Oh shit! It did it silent again. They rolled a 20.
Okay, against my athletics, if I'm not mistaken.
Athletics or acrobatics.
Okay. Christ, I'm rolling like shit.
Okay.
I'm grappled.
So that one grappled you. Before that one goes, the other one is going to go as well. So it's also attempting to grapple you.
Yeah. Oh. Don't matter, it's still got net 20.
Yeah, so a nat 20 is going to grapple you.
Yeah.
So they have a 60-foot movement speed. Because they're both grappling you, they get to move their full movement, and they're lifting you up into the air.
Yep.
So you are now 60 feet in the air.
Yep. Exactly how this is gonna go.
You can see this clearly, and Solomon, you have a good enough vantage point to see this. Lacease, you're not quite clear on what's going on from your vantage point. So that's their turn. Ewan, you're up.
Can I reach them?
They're 60 feet in the air.
Yeah, but that doesn't answer my question.
If
You
I
have
believe
something-
hard enough, can I reach them?
You have some way of getting 60 feet in the air?
I have ways of getting other things 60 feet into the air.
Okay. What are those ways?
Throwing a brick.
Okay. Is there a brick?
Why wouldn't there be? The shit's rubble all over the place, right?
All right. As part of the attack, I'll let you do a perception check. Or investigation.
Perception's slightly better.
Okay. You can find a brick.
Cool. And I throw it.
Okay. Because it's at the, well, it doesn't matter.
I don't think it matters. That probably won't transfer my
I would say the brick
shard.
is more D4, but we'll roll with it anyway.
Well, because it's a pugilist weapon, I get to use my pugilist weapon die.
Oh, okay, that works then.
Yeah.
Yeah, and your dragon shard wouldn't apply.
Yeah, I didn't figure.
Improvised weapons.
I don't think it's added. So.
Which one are you throwing it at?
Whichever one's closer to me, I guess.
Okay. We'll do that one if
Yeah.
that's the one you're wanting to do.
Sure.
So.
I was like, get back down here.
Yeah, the brick bounces off of its ass.
Right.
Did he like it?
So Alyssa, you kind of see. This is the face you see. This is what DMing has come to. All right. Anything else you're doing, Ewan?
Brought it here. No, I don't think so. I mean, I can't really do anything else. So I got nobody else to punch. So I'll just hang out here.
Solomon.
It is only 60 feet.
Oof. Is that all?
Even if he rolls every one at max damage, I don't think it will be enough to kill me or drop me below full health.
Yeah, you don't realize it's whiplash damage.
Oh, shit.
No, I'm going to raise up Heaven's Fall. And you see Heaven's Fall begins to be sheathed in silver flame that then concentrates at the tip and shoots out a guiding bolt, whichever one Ewan just hit.
Okay, that would be this one.
So it shoots from the tip, you said?
Yep.
Yep.
Wow.
Can only do that once a day, but I figure since they're carrying Alyssa away, probably a good time to pull that one out.
So Solomon, you raise Heaven's Fall, and it unleashes this bolt, and it travels up through the air, crackling energy as it goes, and as it strikes this creature, the lower half of its body just disintegrates. And Alyssa, you hear the screech right in your ears, and it's you're not in a position to really check because you're being grappled. But if you brought your hand to your ears, you would wonder if they're bleeding from the sound. So just FYI, 1 hit point left.
Oh, me or the demon?
No, the demon.
Oh, okay.
It managed to keep one. Like, had you done one more damage, it would have been done. And now the next attack against it has advantage as well.
Yes.
So we're gonna get that marker up. So, anything else you want to do, Solomon?
No, it's my turn.
All right. So next up, we got Alyssa.
How are you rolling with 2 creatures grappling? Am I able to attack any of them, or am I unable to move?
Oh, you
because
can
I'm
attack.
grappled?
Grappling
attack?
doesn't prevent attacking.
Okay, then. Natural ones, here I come.
Wait,
I'm
which one
gonna-
are you going to attack?
I'm going to hit the one I have advantage against.
Okay.
I swear, if I get double nat ones, I'm just giving up right there. Okay, fine.
So, thankfully, with the advantage, you're able to bring up your sword and cleave through its shoulder into the rest of it, and it just burns up into a fiery ash as the wings kind of engulf the rest of it, and an empty hilt falls to the ground.
An empty hilt?
Yeah,
Okay.
like a hilt and pommel without a sword, because the fire that was there before is no longer burning.
Mm-hmm.
I think you could survive 60-foot fall, man. Just shove this guy.
Yeah, easy. Yeah, actually, I technically could do that. We should. Could I do a bonus action to shove him as a shrewd fighter?
Yeah.
And shove him away? Yeah. Okay, let's totally do that. Be gone, thought. Or not.
You are rolling shit, man.
No, Jesus Christ.
Oh, Ty.
Oh! Okay.
Yeah, I think tie means nothing, right?
Yeah.
No change,
It's a
yeah.
null. It's a null
Yeah.
effect.
Yeah, well. Hi, everyone. I'm shipping off to Boston. I'm leaving.
Let's see. You know what? I just realized I should be sharing this, shouldn't I? For our viewers, that are two, if we're lucky, viewers.
Theater of the mind, bitch.
I'm gonna take a page out of Ewan's book and attempt to throw a brick at them. Sure, it'll go great.
Seriously? Do you? Oh, you
don't have
got magic
brains
stone though,
for it.
right?
I do.
Does it work on a brick?
That's wasting a cantrip, though. We don't want to do that.
Wow, my internet is fantastic right now. So yeah, let's try to magic stone it.
Okay, that is enough. So you strike it with magic stone, and it is you don't see it from your vantage point, but Alyssa, you see the stone not only strike the thing, but also penetrate into its skin and leave a kind of crater in its charred husk of a body.
That makes you. You could do like 3 of those, right? Magic stone.
You can't make 3 attacks with the magic stone.
No, but you make 3 stones and you throw one, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Ewan could just grab one of them.
Yeah, I'm snagging one of them bitches.
All right. I'll say it uses both of your object interactions, but that's fine. Because I assume, Lassice, you had bullets on you that you were using.
I believe I did, yeah.
That's what the 1,000 ball bearings are used for.
Yes. The 1,000 ball bearings finally have a use.
Anything else you're doing, Lassice?
Nope.
Okay. Lux.
Seeing that, do I notice there's these magic stones on the ground now?
No, they're
Damn.
more in Lassice's palm, and you see Ewan eyeing one. Well, maybe you don't. He's kind of around a corner. from you.
Hmm. So what's around? Like, what? Are there any buildings nearby?
There's rubble of buildings all around you. Right now, you are in an open street, and so actually, you are at risk for being seen by any monsters or people that might happen by.
All right. So, is there any buildings? What I want to do is run up, use a key point to jump, and see if I can scale one of the buildings and try to jump on this guy. Now, probably can't do it in one turn. It'll probably take me 2 turns.
Or 1 turn with an action point.
Hell yeah.
What is your movement?
40.
Okay.
Can
So so with an action point, I'll let you run up a building, leap off of it, do your attack, and slow fall your way down on the building across the street.
Hell yeah. All right. Cool. All right, so I burn a key point in my action point, run up the building, and then punch this dude.
Wait, you're using a key point for Step of the Wind as well?
If I don't need to use one, I won't.
Well, if you do, Step of the Wind gives you double speed, doesn't it? Or adds a bonus to your speed?
No. I mean,
Oh,
honestly,
it lets you use the dash action as a bonus action, right?
yeah.
And your jump distance is doubled for that turn.
Okay.
Yeah.
With an action point, I would say that you don't need to use Step of the Wind.
Okay.
But if you did burn an action point for Step of the Wind, I would allow you to be able to do so more elegantly, which would allow you to still use bonus action for your martial arts.
Okay. So I get 2 attacks instead of 1 if I use action point.
Or an additional key point to Flurry of Blows.
Right. Okay. So first one.
So potentially 1 action point and 1 key point, or 1 action point and 2 key points, but that first attack misses.
Wah, wah. All right. Bonus action.
Okay, so that one strikes. Are you using martial arts or are you using your Flurry of Blows?
Martial arts.
Okay. So you're able to, you guys can see my cursor, right? Can you? I don't know.
On what?
I don't see it.
Oh, well, that's
Oh, there.
unfortunate.
Yeah, I do see. There
Okay.
it is now.
So Lux runs up the building, jumps here. Oh, behind the dude. Oh gosh, I've fucked this all up. 'Cause now,
Uh-oh, you broke combat.
and then leaps down, running down the side of this building, landing here. Striking the gargoyle once with a number of flashes of knees and elbows.
So that was 1 action point, 1 key point, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. All right, yep.
So looking on, Slobberchops, you turn to Slobberchops. She's almost impressed. She's almost not disappointed in you.
I don't believe it. It's probably gas.
Did you get into the
Yes.
cheese?
All right. Gargoyle's turn. It flies up another 60 feet.
Woo! This is really high up, guys.
Which is its full turn because it's no longer being helped by its other person, so its movement is reduced to half, but it has a flying speed of 60 feet, so reduced by 2 is 30 feet, but move action and a dash action. So you're up 120 feet in the air now.
Yep.
Ewan.
I mean, I got nothing. I can't throw. I mean, I could attempt to throw a brick that high, but
If you want to use an action point, I'll let you do it.
you know what? Fuck it. I'll do that. Came out now. There we go. All right, action point gone. Let's throw a brick. And yeah. Ugh. Does that mean I also get advantage, or?
You know what? You use an action point to throw a brick. I'll give you advantage on it. So
Yeah. No, I mean I was gonna throw the stone. I forgot, but
we talked about it last round. I would say
Yeah.
that you threw the stone, the magic stone. So
I see Lassice like make those things, and it throws it, and she throws it, and it's just like zooms up there like a fucking sling bullet, and like, you see that?
now, wait a minute. When you throw her magic stone, Lassice, can
What's the damage?
you post that spell, magic stone?
Looks like a D6.
'Cause I think it actually uses your bonuses, doesn't it? Okay, so it would add your spellcasting bonus to the attack and damage, not Ewan's. So what is you're a wisdom caster, right? What is your wisdom bonus?
I think it's the same.
My wisdom bonus is a 4.
Okay, yeah, it's the same.
Yeah.
So that's fine. I was thinking maybe it would add something actually, but all right. So Ewan, you also make a crater in its flesh. You don't see it because it's too high up, but Alyssa, you see it. And also this one sprouts a bit of flame out of the wound as well. Everybody sees that, but especially Alyssa.
I swear, if you explode, I'm gonna be so pissed.
All right.
Maybe if you let out some of the fire, it will descend like a balloon.
Am I starting to descend?
Doesn't look to be that way.
Damn it. Okay.
Solomon, you're up.
There is absolutely nothing I can do from 120 feet away.
That was a cleric.
I will prepare an action to cast Sacred Flame if it gets within 60 feet.
Okay.
I swear, if I die, I'm making a ranger that uses a longbow and has sharpshooter.
Yeah.
All right, do it. My sharpshooter is a little different.
I care about the range restrictions being removed.
Oh yeah, that
I
helps.
don't care about
What
damage.
you want to do is play a warlock with Eldritch Blast and that thing that doubles the range of your Eldritch Blast. And
Eldritch Spear.
Kurt, look at me. I'm pretty much a retard. You expect me to deal with magic in 5th edition? That's never gonna happen.
It's not like when she was a cleric, it just knew to cast spiritual guard.
well, but
You know, I
on the
always
plus
wanted
side,
to try that spell.
on the plus side, Eldritch Blast isn't a spell in Mike's game, so
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, true. I don't have to know spells to do it. I'm good.
You might have learned that had my warlock survived long enough.
Never heard of him. Okay.
All right, Alyssa,
Yes.
you're up.
Oh boy.
120 foot drops fine. You could do that.
I'm gonna hit him with my sword.
Okay.
Well, it's a 15.
All right, a 15 hits.
Yes.
And it's a magic sword, so it does full damage.
Yes.
So you, while being held by this thing and carried aloft, you manage to get a stab into it through its torso. and you pull the sword out, and you feel like it would have been a mortal wound. And as you pull the sword out, fire erupts from the wound, and it screeches, but it is still alive.
Jesus Christ.
Will you just stop living already? I'm gonna try and shove myself away from it now with a bonus action.
Okay.
22. Oh, thank God.
All right. You're
Yep.
no longer grappled.
I'm falling. How far away from the building am I?
You're like 5 feet from the building, but how would you? What are you trying to do?
Oh, I'm getting the magical greatsword and I'm slamming it into the side of the building and slicing my way down as I fall.
A little too far to do that, and the building isn't that high. It's not 120 feet high.
Oh,
Even
how
with
tall
an
up is the
action
building?
point, that might be possible.
I severely doubt that even with an action point. How high up is the building in comparison to me?
It's like a 60-foot building maybe, but it's also like trashed. It's lots of rubble.
Yep. Would I be able to, force myself to land on the rubble and roll down it?
If anything, that'll create a greater concentration of force, because
Okay.
you're either landing on a flat surface or a potentially not flat surface.
Yeah. Oof, I don't know much. Okay, I'll just hit the ground. I'll be fine.
All right. 12d6.
Yep. Ooh, I'm only level 4, sadly.
If I had an action point, I'd attempt to do that whole anime save from.
Yeah, but I'm a
Catch up.
fighter. Oh, you want me to roll 12d6? Okay, I can do
No,
that.
I got it. I got
Oh,
it.
you
It's
got it?
coming.
Okay, good.
It's coming. You guys ready?
Yep.
Damn.
Oh, that's all? Oh, okay.
You have like what, 5 hit points left?
Yeah, I'd have 5 hit points. Shit, I thought this was going to be bad. I guess not. I'm going to do Stone's Endurance to reduce that a bit.
Okay.
D12 plus my con. Fine. Reduced by 6.
Dr. Sheev took a delayed blast fireball to the face, and he was only 3rd level.
Yeah. This is actually a lot more than that.
That was
course,
also
he was-
fewer d6s.
Yeah, a lot fewer.
He was also horribly disfigured.
Yeah, I'll be fine. I rolled with it.
We're gonna have another Petrie moment here because we're gonna have to fucking drag Alyssa around.
So the monster screeches and flies off, having been, hit and beaten enough in this, not feeling like it's worth continuing. But Alyssa, do give me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, with the way my dice have been rolling, can't we just say I'm crippled?
Yeah.
Not too bad.
I mean, it's not.
Yeah, unfortunately, the DC was half the damage. So.
I was about to say, this all started on a 23 I rolled. You expect a 20 to be good?
Despite the massive damage, and despite you're still recovering from the wounds from yesterday, your Goliath heritage has your bones are just so much denser than they have any right to be, that you've managed to avoid breaking any limbs or any ribs or anything. But you're incredibly in incredible amounts of pain.
No, somehow I thought that would be worse than it was.
There's also a crater where you fell. You've actually, especially with how dense you are and your armor on, you've cracked the stone road beneath you.
Can we see the sewer from here now, though? In my crater.
Yeah, I know that place.
I told you we'd find a quick way through.
I'll help Alyssa to her feet if she has any left.
How's my armor and everything looking after landing on it?
It's pretty beat up. In my games, unless there's like something really major going on, I'm not going to consider wear and tear of your weapons and armor.
Yeah, 120-foot drop isn't really major in your games.
I mean, it could be worse.
It could have been 180 feet, you're right.
You could have achieved it.
You know,
So
I
first-
actually 12d6. I rolled a lot of 5s and 6s.
Yeah.
So first I heal you for 13.
Thank you, Solomon.
Then I will do that again. And another 10.
Oh my god.
What the hell? I'll do it again. Losing effectiveness from the repeated castings.
Yes. Oh, I think I could still see Alyssa's stuff from whenever I temporarily controlled her.
And then I will pick up that sword hilt
Okay.
and shake it. See if I can get a fire blade to come out of it.
Lightsaber.
That's right.
Actually, the minute that you pick it up, the flames sprout out.
Oh god, my arm!
You're looking down the barrel of it.
That's true. Good thing you didn't say that first, because just the irony of you're losing your arm now after we got rid of the sword arm.
Oh, damn it!
Yeah, but it might have been irresistible to Mike after that fall.
Yeah. You know, Alyssa, now that you think about it, your arm does feel kind of weird, and you can't move it.
No, but yeah, the minute that you grab the hilt, blade flame sprouts out from the hilt.
Careful with that thing.
Dr. Sheev would have loved this.
Probably best he's not here for it then. Now, should we try this again, or perhaps go around? Hey, Lux, when you were way up in the air, did you see anybody else up there?
No.
All right. Can I assist moving of this pillar or whatever the fuck?
Oh, she moved it.
Okay.
It was just that she made a lot of noise when she moved it, and it took her a long time to move it.
Right. That's right.
Which means I actually made the map wrong. I don't know why I put the pillar right in front of there, because she had already moved it.
Well, that would have changed the whole fight.
Yeah, if I knew that was pillar debris, that would have changed it. I'd have had that pillar between me and them. They never would have grappled me, and then you just fucked me. That's what you did. You fucked me hard, boy.
All right.
Let's get moving, huh?
Yep.
All right. So from here, you guys are able to make it to High Hall. So let me.
Does anyone know the secret knock?
So this is High Hall. as you approach, this clifftop castle was once the military center of Flame Keep. Its stout blackened stone edifice, a stark contrast to the alabaster jewel of the Flame Keep Cathedral. Only 3 of its 5 watchtowers still stand, though, and those appear abandoned. As you approach, you notice that the protective sigils that lined the walls all over the keep to ward it from invasion seem to have been burnt out. The wooden gates that once led into the castle grounds have been shattered, leaving a gaping hole in the wall. The west side of the castle has been completely reduced to a pile of smashed brick and broken wood. The surviving buildings are blackened by soot, and at the center of the castle grounds, the primary tower still stands defiant. As you enter the castle grounds, no immediate threats reveal themselves. Once inside the grounds, you do spot a number of bodies of humanoids, humans, elves, half-elves, halflings, orcs, even a couple of goblins lying dead on the grounds near the shattered gate, blood still oozing from their wounds. As you get closer to the courtyard, everybody make me perception checks.
Oh, fuck me. How do I die?
I rolled the one that one.
Oh, okay.
Ewan, what do you mean, how do you die? You rolled a 23.
He thought he was in that one.
Whenever I clicked it, the 8 popped up. I'm like, shit.
How do I think I die?
How do I perceive Solomon?
Death.
All right, so at that moment, Solomon is maybe picking his ear or something and distracted, but the rest of you notice that towards the front, the entrance to the primary gate or the primary tower that still remains standing defiantly through this rubble, there are a couple of hellhounds standing guard.
I'll hold everybody off back and point
Those
them
things
out.
normal with the flame?
No, I don't think so.
What do you mean by that, Alyssa?
Well, what I meant was, is the Silver Flame known for having hellhounds standing around their major military bases protecting it?
I think, you know, actually that's a legitimate point. That's not so much something that the Silver Flame generally has, but as members of the Flame's Hand, each of you would know that the Keeper of the Flame, who is currently Jayla Duran, is given a guardian that looks not too dissimilar to a hellhound. But that's not what these are.
What?
Let's not go to the gate quite yet.
So another way in.
No, this fortress, I mean, the fortress was made for times of war. And so there's typically the front entrance. There may be other entrances, but those would be hidden or more not necessarily close to the front.
And
probably
is this
around the
the
back.
are they guarding the entrance to like the courtyard area or?
So the way that it appears where you guys are, you're in the courtyard. There's a lot of rubble, which is why you are able to see the hellhounds before they see you. They don't seem to notice you right now, given the distance and that you guys are hidden from sight. But they seem to be once you get past the courtyard, there's a kind of stairs, a big stair wall, kind of like I don't know. There's just stairs that leads to a larger set of double doors that lead into the hall of the primary tower.
Okay, everyone, let's think about what we know here. We know that there are hellhounds right in front of here. We know that we were told to come here as it was one of the last places people were. And we know that people were apparently making deals with some of these demonic entities here. So if we use this information, do we assume that the demonic entities have taken over this place? That a deal has been struck with them to protect this place for some reason? Or that this was a trap the entire time?
I don't really remember why we had to come here. I will admit, I don't recall anyone telling us to come here or why it seemed like a good idea. It seems like the central tower is intact, so if we could get inside, perhaps we could be safe there.
Who were we looking for again? Hoping to find?
Well, we were originally trying to find Jayla Duran. For some reason, we stopped that and decided to come to High Hall.
Did we not suspect that maybe she would be here?
Oh, okay. So let me remind you guys. The reason that you're coming to High Hall is, one, you've heard that this is the center of the resistance to the fiendish threat that has besieged Flamekeep since it was driven into Fernia. Secondly, currently, Flamekeep itself seems to have some kind of field of energy around it, which you based on the way that because one thing that you've noticed is that not all of these fiends seem to be working in concert together. Some of them actually seem to be working against each other. So you've seen instances where fiends are fighting fiends. And you've seen instances looking at Flamekeep because it is the highest point in the city, where creatures have either tried to fly into it or have been driven into it, and the field of energy causes them to no longer exist.
Sent here by someone in particular, or did we just decide to come here?
We were told that this is the bastion of the resistance against the fiends
Who
by
told
the
us
people
this?
in the Winchester.
Maybe if we approach the hellhounds and say we come in peace, they won't attack immediately?
Be ready for a fight, I think.
Right. Just to be clear, Solomon speculated that maybe Jayla Duran would be here if this was the sort of the great defense that was being put up. But Solomon no longer remembers even getting the information that we were supposed to come here. I do not myself believe that if there is a great resistance against the fiends, that they are using fiends to help defend them. The Church of the Silver Flame would never do that.
Did they say it was people resisting it, or did they just say it was a resistance?
They might not necessarily be of the church either.
They could be the fiends resisting other fiends from the takeover.
Well, I don't. The reason why I don't think that is it was the people in the Winchester and other people who were trying to get here. So I don't think that they would like. They wanted to be able to get across the bridge too, so that they could come here. So if they knew it was fiends, I don't think they would have been so eager to leave the Winchester.
They might not know.
I'm sorry, I have to ask something. Josh, are you wearing chainmail and a tunic?
Yes.
Yes, he is.
Okay.
He has the whole time.
Okay. I just wanted to be clear.
That's because you're not LARPing.
Yeah,
What's wrong with you, loser?
that's really badass. That's awesome.
And it's
I mean,
really fucking hot.
I'm not a samurai, but
I don't want to brag, but that's a big fella.
It's just as likely that the devils who are currently attacking this place don't want other devils they are opposed to getting inside. And so they have guardians to stop both other humans fleeing here from going in or other devils from gaining access. That said, I don't know how to get inside, so maybe we should go to the cathedral instead.
Or where's
Sure.
the cathedral from here?
is it
I
not
will
the other
point-
visible thing?
I will point to the other building that's super tall.
All right,
I don't know
so
how far away it is.
I'm gonna show you guys a map. This is technically a map of El Churel, which is not the same as Flamekeep, obviously, but this is the map that was provided that we're kind of using for Flamekeep. Where is it? All right, so this is roughly what Flamekeep looks like. It's not exactly correct because once again, this is a different city. This is the city that was made for the story, not for my version. But here, let me share screen so that you guys can see where my cursor is as well. So this is the bridge that you guys crossed. Okay, this is the one that you passed up.
What are we pointing at?
Yeah, I don't see the map of El Terrell on your screen, on your shared screen.
Wait, let me try and change
Yeah.
it. I'm sorry.
I don't think you're on the shared screen.
Is this better?
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did it go full kind of weird?
Yep.
Okay, perfect.
You're good. Yeah.
This is the bridge you crossed. This is a bridge you passed up. So if you guys started around here, the Winchester was probably around here. You guys have managed with Ewan's help, as well as an attempt by Alyssa. This is roughly where High Hall is. But if this were Flamekeep, Flamekeep would probably be around here. The Flamekeep Cathedral, which is not to be confused with Flamekeep the city. Does that make sense?
Mm.
Yep.
So,
Okay. So, the first important question we have to ask ourselves is, what is our current goal?
To find Jayla Duran.
Okay. Where is she normally kept during times of crises?
I have no idea.
Okay.
Ewan, you
Would I
have
know?
You have information about this. You were in Flamekeep when all this went down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
why you holding out on us? What the hell?
That would be
Stuff is making you paranoid, mother.
It'll do you good.
Look at his muscles, they're quivering. That means he's lying. He's got to tell.
Eyes up here.
His abs start bouncing whenever he's lying.
I don't remember. Because I fled from Flamekeep, the place, the castle, whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
Presumably.
But you still had knowledge about what was going on that day, I believe.
Right. I watched a thing happen.
Do you need me to resend you the email?
With the cardinal. Yeah, probably.
All right.
I get too many fucking emails. I have almost 300 unread.
Let's see. All right. Forward. I think this might be the second time I'm forwarding it to you.
Extremely likely. I remember the symbol. I remember watching, or I think I saw like part of a ritual. Maybe. There it goes. So the main spire of the cathedral is exploded by a silver flame. About.
I will also remind, while Tony, you're reading that, everybody else, you know that the day this happened was also supposed to be the day where the new agreement was signed by the various emissaries, brokered by the former King Boronel of Breland, who abdicated his throne. Where it was Thalios was supposed to be returned to Aundair, and so this all was taking place in Flamekeep. So you had emissaries from Breland, Aundair, Thrain, Jayla Durand, and all the major players in that agreement being in Flamekeep at the time.
But is that Flamekeep the cathedral or Flamekeep the city? I'm very confused.
So probably it was all also taking place in the Flamekeep Cathedral, since that is the centralization of the power of Thrain. And because Thrain was the one that was agreeing to return Thalios to Aundair under certain circumstances and conditions, they weren't doing it for free. It was arranged that the agreement and the signing of the documents would happen there.
Would benefit the most from causing distrust between the nations and also get revenge against Thrain.
Well, the devils, because they hate the silver flame, because it is the only true religion.
Is it common knowledge, Alyssa, that you're from Aundair?
I haven't hidden it. I'd say probably.
So that's something that everybody else here should keep in mind.
Right. That we have a potential spy in our midst.
You ever notice how the spy's always the one who almost dies? There's a reason for it.
First Dr. Sheev, then Alyssa.
We've been working together this whole time. Surprise! Should I roll my initiative to attack them? No, I mean, Undead might have had reason, but at the end of the day, they were getting the land returned to them, which means that it wouldn't make sense for us to do so, and it's a very economically powerful location as well.
Or they're very clever and they decided to have this negotiation and this whole peace conference just so we would let our guard down, so that they could then bring all of their demonic forces against us.
Oh, we don't use demonic, we use arcane. I believe you're talking about Karnath that uses demonic, if I recall correctly.
They use the undead.
Undead, yes.
The arcane is clearly much more tied to the wizardly types.
Yes.
I'm surprised Solomon wasn't like, what's the difference between arcane and devils?
And divine. What's the difference between arcane, divine, and primordial? I don't get it.
You don't understand. Solomon was just sharing with you a deep insight about arcane and wizards being linked.
Yes, they are. I understand, but devils are divine, not arcane.
So I mean, I guess
Well, profane, not so much divine.
Oh, profane, yeah.
Flame-
Same school.
Flamekeep Castle, I think, is a bit compromised. I'll say that.
But the
It's
central tower looks to be intact.
Yeah, does it?
Don't know.
What I heard.
So,
I heard it
okay, so the central tower of High Hall is
Okay.
intact, as well as a couple of the other smaller towers. There were 5 towers, but you know, before you came here, before you guys entered Flamekeep, when the city first emerged into Fernia, there was actually, whether it was by arcane forces bringing this weapon to bear, or if it was a natural element of the terrain, some kind of meteor-like object struck High Hall, destroying half of it.
There you go, blaming arcane for everything again.
So that's the reason for the destruction of much of High Hall.
But I'm at the central tower
But-
of High Hall.
Right.
He said Flamekeep Castle, and I assumed he meant High Hall.
Oh, Flamekeep Castle was basically the epicenter of all of this. It's where all of this stemmed from.
Is there a chance that she would have been moved here for protection?
I would think so, since this is clearly a defensive structure. It depends on whether they had time.
Okay. Do we want to fight our way inside then, if necessary?
Yeah, I think we just approach, see what happens. Prepare for a fight. Maybe we'll be fine.
That works for me.
We might, in fact, be lucky, and some agreements have been made.
Well, we can certainly hope so.
We've certainly made a friend already, right? And look to whoever has the black feather. I think it was Lux.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sure, that'll come in handy at some point.
Yeah. Good old Belganog.
In that case, shall we go up, or does anyone else have anything they'd like to add to the conversation?
And I start walking.
Nothing,
Right, off we go!
nothing I would like to add, but I will add that I have a bad feeling about this plan.
Oh, so do we. That's why we have swords.
Wait, so
So-
you guys are just approaching?
Yeah,
Oh,
they're friendly.
I think Solomon actually is going to hang back and see how this let's approach it, everything will be fine plan goes.
Hey, come in peace. Take me to your leader.
You said there are bodies all around, right? Or is that somewhere else?
no, it's
Oh, that-
there's bodies everywhere.
Okay.
It's
You
exterior
also-
decorating.
As you get deeper into the complex, though, into the courtyard, you do notice that among some of the human bodies, and they all seem to be, well, largely they seem to be members of the Thranish military. These are not just regular people; these are actual soldiers. But among them, you see the occasional fiend, the bodies of fiends. You also see areas where it seems like, you know, maybe a fiend had been felled and there's a mark in the ground, but you know that some of the fiends that you've killed, their bodies have dissipated. So not all fiends leave corporeal bodies behind after they've been killed. So you don't know to what degree, you know, there may be fiendish casualties from this, but you do know that there's at least several among the bodies that you find that are Thranish military.
Are there still things flying up above here, or do they seem to be avoiding it?
It's not so much that they're avoiding it necessarily, but there's just doesn't have to be any right now.
Okay.
And you said there was a battle. I mean, looks recent, like within the last couple of days.
Give me a medicine check if you're proficient.
Okay. No.
Somebody who's proficient can give me a medicine check.
Well, as it just so happens, I am not.
That's one of the few I am not proficient in.
Oh.
All right. So both Lacease and Solomon, you would know that the bodies are not more than a few days old. But that also makes sense because this situation only happened within the last few days.
Mm-hmm.
The bodies don't seem to be fresh, though. They're not like within a few hours of death. Most of them have been dead a lot longer, though as you get closer to the center, the Lacease and Solomon, you would both realize that the bodies do appear to be fresher and fresher the closer you get to the tower.
Well, one thing about the dead is they don't need arrows, and that's what I'm looking for.
Okay.
Yeah, how much would
Roll-
for their magic items?
Roll me a perception check.
Come on, perception.
Yeah.
Okay. You find 6 arrows.
Yes.
How many of these strange soldiers were wearing full plate?
Yeah,
Need to
we're
make
gonna take the next 4 days to search everybody for everything
Yep.
valuable.
Yep.
Yep, we're taking 20.
I feel like we need to make a special skill just for Lux.
Arrow finding?
The haze gaze.
Oh. You know, you do have slobber chops. Do you want to have slobber chops help you at all? Is slobber chops willing to help you at all?
Might make good rations.
Let's see here. I could have slobber chops. Maybe look for food. You know, pick up the smell. Maybe it's, you know, not quite rancid.
I would think that would be part of the problem is the smell must be a Like, oh, I think there may be an unrotted ham sandwich in a pile of corpses.
Dibs. I call dibs.
There's lots of food. It's just depending on if you want to eat people.
Dibs. I call dibs.
Soylent Green.
So Slobber Chops, she can look for food for you if you want, but Slobber Chops is also, she's ornery and, I feel like she's very much Lux's kindred spirit. So she's like, all right, what's in it for me?
Food.
She looks at your pack of rations.
And is unimpressed.
Yep. That's why she's gonna go look for more.
She goes and somehow finds a dead bird, brings it back. Food.
All right. Peter, you could go ahead and let's see. Is Slobber Chops even proficient in this?
In smell, yeah.
Well, but yeah, smell. But does she have? Where is it? Let me
Perception.
Okay.
Yeah. Advantage on wisdom perception checks.
Okay, you can roll a basic wisdom check at advantage for survival, because that's what finding food would be about. Okay. So Slobber Chops returns with a rabbit that she freshly killed.
Okay. Wait a second. A
Take a look
living
at the-
rabbit in this hell? You expect us to believe that's a rabbit?
Yeah, take a look at its mouth.
Is it a fiend rabbit?
It's a Vorpal rabbit.
Predator face.
It's a blink rabbit.
Perhaps once, but it's clearly dead now.
Yeah, clearly dead. Clearly dead. Vorpal blink rabbits everywhere.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely hang back with Solomon and see how this just walk up and see how things go and approach works.
Okay.
Yeah. How close can we get before we think like the hellhounds are definitely going to see us? Because I don't think I'm not sure what the distances are here.
Mhm.
If I smell us first.
I would ideally not want to get so close that I have to worry about making stealth checks. But if we have to get pretty close, then maybe I will have to do that.
So there's a point that you can go where you don't need to make stealth checks, where you can still remain behind some rubble and barriers and things like that. About how far that is, though, it's a little difficult to say.
Like basically, if I have to hide so far away that it's going to take me more than a round to get up to everybody else,
It probably wouldn't take you more than a round to get up to everybody. If combat happens, that it would, yeah. You'd certainly be able to get there by the second round. You might not be able to act in the second round still, but you would still be able to get there.
I would probably risk the stealth check then to get a little closer than that.
Okay.
So that I'm not losing 2 rounds when somebody could easily be dissolved and thrown into lava.
Okay. What about you, Lux?
2 rounds, that's good.
All right. So you don't need to stealth check. Lacease, what are you doing in all this? You've been very quiet.
Well, questioning my life choices, but I'll stick fairly close.
To the people moving up to the hounds or the ones staying back?
The one's moving up.
Okay.
Well, you had a nice character while it lasted.
Yep.
So I would say to Ewan, I still don't feel very certain about this. Maybe they've teamed up with the fiends on the inside concept, but just shout if you feel like you need help and I will come running.
Well, I mean, listen, if you've got a better idea, I'm all ears.
I don't know. Maybe there's a way in through the sewers.
So one thing that I would say that you guys are aware of, based on the layout of the courtyard and the way that the rubble has fallen, if you guys wanted to, you could potentially sneak up close to the hellhounds before that they're able to notice you. Like you could get like really close to them, and potentially could even get the drop on them if you wanted to take the offensive. That is a possibility.
Yeah, but then we don't have the moral high ground because we're taking the offensive.
I mean, there is that. That's important.
If you're going to negotiate your way in with what appear to be dogs, then probably shouldn't sneak up on the dogs.
There's no way there would be like a sewer grate up here.
No.
Oh, but even a castle needs some drainage.
Yeah, I have no desire to crawl through somebody's shit.
We already went through the sewer once.
Just shit.
Just walked around that.
So people
This
want
wouldn't
to.
even. The sewers here in Frankie aren't even the first sewers we've been in.
And it's hot enough here. They're probably sanitized.
So you guys just want to pull an Andy Dufresne?
Ma'am, I've come to do your plumbing. The door was locked, so I came through the sewer. Don't flush. Don't flush.
So I will wait to see what Ewan is doing, and then if he's moving forward, I will sneak up.
If people are proficient in Arcana checks, they can make a check right now.
As a matter of fact, I am not.
No, we had.
By the way, there is a
arcane
very
group.
good chance that they're going to hear me trying to be sneaky.
Would we like me to just cast Pass Without a Trace and try to be really sneaky?
Look at me. There's nothing sneaky about me at all.
Is that something you're capable of, Lysis?
Yep.
Wow,
He did it before.
that would be helpful, wouldn't it?
But then we don't have the moral high ground,
Right.
which is apparently
Plan.
important when dealing with dogs.
The plan is to go talk to the dogs and to have them take us inside.
So what if I change into what looks like a hellhound and tell them you're my prisoners? I'm sure it'll go great.
I don't care about moral high ground. We can attack these fiendish things if we like. I don't care. Let's sneak up on them.
I don't care about moral high ground.
So Lysis, you're with the way that I do wild shape, you certainly could change into something that looks like them because I don't care about the cosmetics. But I am interested. What language would you use to try and communicate with them?
I would just bark at them and hope
Italian?
Okay. Riff.
Hey.
I'm glad we're really getting at what matters.
Rough.
Ruff, 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 ruff.
Is this where we sniff each other's butts? Or...
Yeah. Where would the intonation be? Would it be rough, rough? Rough, rough. Rough, rough. Rough, rough, rough.
All the above.
Just try until it works.
Go for the ass. Just go straight there and start sniffing.
This is what it's come to.
This seems like a fantastic way to lose a character.
When you really hate your character and you keep trying to kill them, but the DM doesn't let you.
Let's sneak up on them.
So we're going to
Like a
sneak up
plan to
on them.
me. Let's do it. Listen, we came all this fucking way. Might as well have a peek inside. Besides, they might have something handy here.
Advantage sneaking.
Get plus 10 to your stealth check.
Plus 10 to my disadvantage.
Yep.
Okay.
So plus 10 on that.
23. Yay.
So there's not a
I'm going to cast guidance on myself.
Oh, nice. Four. Well, there you go. Oof.
And
Yeah.
that would have been a 9.
Do you have disadvantage too then?
I have a heavy armor on, so yeah.
Yeah.
With disadvantage.
That's a 13 right there, man.
Yep.
It is.
So maybe we go back to the barking at them.
unless roll to confirm. Maybe the
Yep.
stealth check kills you.
Yeah.
I want to confirm the failure.
Yeah.
True. I could be dead.
Yeah.
Ah.
Nat 20.
Despite all
No,
odds.
the silver flame is with you, Solomon.
Now roll to confirm the nat 20 again, and let's see what happens.
Oh my gosh. Solomon, you were about to trip and let out a huge noise, but somehow there was like a subtle glimpse of flame and it just destroyed the thing that you were about to trip on.
I was gonna say the dogs nip at each other.
So you cast it on everybody?
Yep.
Okay. So I guess I didn't.
I'm just amused that a nat 20 gets you an 18.
All right. So you guys are able to get within 30 feet of the hellhounds on either side. So here, let me put your characters here just so that you guys can get some sight on what's going on.
Sure.
This isn't going to be where you guys are, but
Oh my god, we're in the darkness. The flame has left us. I can't see anything. It's black.
oh, why is it? Okay, hold on. I don't know why it doesn't automatically just fucking do the light thing. Do the thing.
Phone's gonna die. Let me grab a charger.
The hell? Why is there 2 Solomons?
I dropped
There's
the
always
second
been
one. I
2
didn't.
Solomons.
Yeah, I didn't realize I was on the map somewhere.
None of you guys can see anything, right?
It's
I can
black.
see my token, and that's it.
Yeah. Okay.
But I can only see one of my tokens.
I don't know why it's doing this.
Oh, there it goes.
Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming.
All right. So this is basically the entrance. These are the two hellhounds, and then as you get closer, you see this other thing.
Just trying to get past you. That's what I just said.
And then let's see if I can get you a vision of what that thing is.
They're friendly. They're just the doorman and his 2 guard dogs.
All right, so this is what you guys see.
It's Quasimodo. He's friendly. With a baby face.
So, yeah, I'm gonna start sharing the screen. So you guys can pick the direction from which you want to attack, whether it's from up here or up here or split.
But it had better all be within 30 feet of Lassise, because if we go beyond that, we lose
Oh.
the effect of the spell.
There is that as well. But if you guys want, you can either attempt a new stealth check to try and get by, which is going to be very difficult. Or if you want to try and get the drop on them, they'll have a surprise round. So you guys will each have a free action before they're able to go.
I think we've established that even with +10, Solomon is not sneaking by these guys.
You did roll double crits just now on the confirmation.
Yes.
Maybe the
18
Silver Flame wants you to try to get by.
I feel like the Silver Flame probably would want me to kill the fiends more. But I'm still, this is sort of Ewan's plan, so I will do what Ewan tells me to do.
Do we I don't imagine anybody recognize what the fuck this thing is.
Looks like the bus boy. With his 2 guard dogs.
If you're trained in religion, you can do a check.
Oh boy, I'm trained in religion.
I'm not.
I am not.
All you members of the Flames Hand, nobody's trained in religion. Except
I am not a
Solomon.
member.
Oh. Lux is a believer.
All right. So
I wouldn't go
Lux,
that far.
you despite everything, you do recall some things that you heard about the creatures before you. So the thing that seems to be in charge
Oh, I thought you were going to say the thing that should not be. Yes, continue.
beyond the hellhounds is Amerigon. They don't speak, but they can communicate telepathically. And they're usually created from the souls of fallen soldiers, mercenaries, and bodyguards who served evil without reservation. And so this is in part their punishment, having their souls forged into these creatures. And they act as the faceless foot soldiers of the Hell's legions.
As I said, the busboy.
So another thing about these creatures is they have no individuality, and thus they have no need for faces. So each one of them wears this same mask with no identifying marks at all. Each one is no different than a clone of the other. And they also, each one exhibits unshakable loyalty to the creature under which it's commanded. So it doesn't matter how dangerous, it doesn't matter whether it's a suicidal order that's given to them, they will do it without hesitation or thought.
Dr. Sheev's minions.
Yeah.
Okay.
We
So, I
recognize
mean,
this
just
one.
given where we are, I would think it would be wise for us, since we can place ourselves where we want, if we approach sort of from this side rather than just a direct charge up the steps.
Do we recognize this guy? Does he look like Dr. Sheev behind that mask?
You can't see behind the mask.
But we know his gait, I'm sure. We know how he walks.
Well, he's kind of just standing there.
Mm-hmm. And is he doing that thing Dr. Sheev always did when he stood? I think so.
Alyssa, if you want to believe this is Dr. Sheev, you go ahead.
What? Oh, everyone went up there? Okay. Hey, you guys! Are each one of these grids 5 feet, like normal?
I'm still looking at a blank page, so.
Go all the way to the right-hand side of it.
Is it still black for you?
Oh, good Lord. Okay, now I found it. All right.
So you guys can get to the foot of the steps before they see you, based on your stealth checks.
Yeah. I'm going here.
I mean, you seem like fairly wide. Are they just like wide steps, or?
It's not any extra movement to go up the steps.
Okay.
Oh, Mike, we can get within 30 feet of them, of one of the things.
So, does someone want to just volunteer to step up, see what they do? And if they immediately become hostile, we all assault.
Go for it, Ewan.
Guess that's a no. Okay, we got up there. All right. heading for the son of a bitch at the top of the stairs.
All right. So with you guys in your positions right now, this is where they would notice you. So you guys will get a surprise round where they can't act, and then they'll act on the next round. So everybody roll initiative. And remember to click on your token first. Okay. So you guys are going to all go, and then I'll add in the initiative of the others.
Of course, I can't reach anybody to do any good. Even the
I mean,
hound
you
is
might have been
70
able to
feet away.
reach the hellhound.
The hellhound's 70 feet away from me.
It's 70 feet from you?
Yeah.
Are you not seeing this one?
Yeah, okay. Every square is set to 10 feet.
Yeah, as opposed to 30.
That's
5.
weird.
So I think it's actually 35 feet away, so only just barely out of reach.
Let me see if I can
Yeah.
change that. Let's see. I
In the
don't know
map
why
settings.
that is.
The other guy's one. This says 130. So yeah, there. Okay, yeah, there goes.
There we go.
Yeah, that was dumb. I don't know why I was doing that.
Well, I
Blame
mean,
Solomon.
I can get here, so that's all that matters. I just need to meet. I guess I wanted to get to this guy, but
Well, if you have an action point,
I do not.
all right. So, Lassise, you're up. You went on deck. Alyssa in the hole.
I'm gonna step forward a bit, and then I'm gonna thorn whip this guy. I lied.
Or not.
I'm gonna
Roll it
thorn whip
again.
the space next to him.
Oh my
Oh
god!
no!
Triple ones.
Action point.
Believe in the action points.
Christ.
Did the dinosaur just die there?
Okay, I'm gonna action point and try that again. There we go.
All right. So it's just a fail. It's not a critical fail.
Oh,
It's not a super critical fail. I don't even know what I would do on a super critical fail.
Suicide. Just gives up, cuts their throat right there.
Oh my god.
You grab a brick and you pull it back, yank it back towards you.
And smack myself in the face.
Smashes you in the face.
I think that's
Wow.
instant death.
All right. So that happened.
Jesus. Roll 20. Settle your shit down.
If they got Lassise still had an action point.
Yeah.
But I bet Dr. She would have liked an action point. Anything else you're trying, Lassise?
No, I'm good.
All right.
Turn into a ferret and run away.
Run away and shake.
A small rabbit.
Oh, she circled a dream. She's got using a whole action to do that.
Yeah.
All right, Ewan, you're up. Alyssa on deck. Lux in the hole.
Remember to bark in Infernal.
Fork.
I'm gonna run past, I guess. Oh, yeah. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I will go. I'll pull out one of the kopeshes,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll just see if this thing does any sort of reaction as I run towards it.
Oh yeah, I mean, after Lassice threw her whip at it, and then the way when you run up, the Hellhound and both Hellhounds and the Maragon are now turning their attention towards both of you and the rest of you, since you're all kind of in a relatively close spacing together.
I guess I'll just dodge.
Okay.
I can't. Nobody was within range for an actual attack for me to do anything.
Give me a symbol on you so that we know that you're dodging.
You can't find a symbol, maybe try a snare or a bass.
Okay. Anything else you're doing?
Nope.
All right, Alyssa.
Oh boy, I can go. Wait, oh, if I click the right thing, I can go 30 feet to there. Hello. And bonus action, gonna try and shove it prone first. Trip up a doggo.
All right. Since it's got 4 feet, I'm gonna give it advantage.
Okay.
Oh, it's only doing it to you. All right, it failed. I need to change it though, so it shows the results. Okay, so it is knocked prone.
The advantage with my greatsword. Yeah.
All right. So you strike it, slashing deeply into its flank.
Bad dog. In Infernal. Okay, and that ends my turn then.
Lux.
Do I have advantage on the dog if it's prone or no?
Yeah, as long as you're within 5 feet of it. If you're doing a range attack, you actually have disadvantage.
So I can get there, and I'm going to punch it.
One does not simply fist the dog.
Ooh. All right, so you're kicking the dog while it's down.
Yep, bonus action, kick it again.
All right, so its snout is caved in. It's bleeding profusely from its face. It's still just barely alive.
I'd like to state, Peter, if you're watching this, this isn't a real dog.
Anything else, Lux?
That's it.
Solomon.
I'm going to move here, and then I'm going to cast Protection from Evil on Ewan, unless he dodges out of the way.
I don't know. What does it look like?
I would basically just focus on you and raise my hands in the air, and a silver halo begins to form around your head.
I was like, thanks.
Okay. All right, and then with that, the others get to be included in the initiative. Why didn't it? God damn it. All right. Hellhounds are 14. And then is an 8. All right. So Lassice, you're up. You went on deck. Alyssa in the hole.
All right. 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm going to attempt Thorn Whip on this guy.
Uh-oh.
Oh my god.
Poor guy.
Maybe not.
Are you kidding me? All right, so it's just a fail. It's not a critical fail. Holy shit. What is wrong with roll 20? Is there anything wrong with roll 20 or is this just wow.
This seems like pretty standard rolls for me.
Wow. Okay, so the whip just misses. The Maragon knocks it away harmlessly. Anything else you want to do?
No.
Okay, that's probably wise. Ewan.
Yep. I'm gonna go ahead and move again. It should be 30 feet to here. And I'm gonna attempt to hit this guy.
All right.
Trying to think if he would actually use this Kopesh or if he would still just punch him. Yep, he's gonna punch him.
Okay. All right.
And I guess there's one bonus action to hit him one more time. Cool.
Anything else?
Nope.
All right.
All
So
good for now.
your fists strike the metal mask and armor of the creature, but your hardened knuckles still dent the metal. Alyssa.
Well, I think I'm gonna go ahead and hit this dog with my greatsword again. And it's still prone because it hasn't had a chance to move yet, so let's do it.
All right. So go ahead and describe how you kill it.
Well, it's on the ground, it's sitting there. I'm just gonna slice off its head. It doesn't
Okay.
need it. Bad dog. And then I have 30 feet of movement, and I will go right here next to him. And does he have a weapon in his hand?
He does.
He does. I would like to do my bonus action disarm from shrewd fighting and get rid of that. Would that be a contested athletics, I believe? Or-
So when it comes to disarm, let me double check what it is. I have my,
It's different than grappling.
yeah, I have my DM
Yeah.
cheat sheet. So let's see.
It's like you roll an attack roll or something or something.
All right, so you use the attack action to make a special attack. You make an attack roll contested by the target's athletics check or acrobatics check.
Okay. So I will do that. 17.
All right, so
See, if
you.
it confirms, he could die.
My sword!
All right. We'll see just how far you knock it away. Not very.
Whereabouts is it?
So you knock it right out of its hands.
So it's on the ground near us?
Yeah.
I do have my item interaction still, my free one. Can I put my foot on it and kick it backwards?
Give me an athletics check.
Okay.
Okay.
Not the worst thing ever.
You're able to knock it 5 feet away.
And that'll do it for me.
Okay. Now it's a Hellhound's turn. So. Move 50 feet. And they're fairly intelligent. So it's going to move here, grab the halberd, drop it here, and attack Alyssa.
I have to admit, that is a good dog.
Bad dog in Infernal. And I'd like to say she is saying in Infernal because she does not speak it. So she's just like, bad dog in
and-
Infernal.
Actually, it is going to the Hellhound is going. It opens its mouth, and you can see flames coming up, and it breathes fire at both Ewan and Alyssa. So each of you need to give me dexterity saving throws.
Okay. Check something. Okay.
What about what's his fuck it here?
10.
Who?
Amerigon.
Oh, it seems to be fine in the fire.
Well, then I hide behind him.
So that you guys see. So 66.
Execute order 66.
So Ewan, you take 9 damage.
Yeah.
Alyssa, you take 19
And it was fire damage, correct?
fire.
I have resistance to fire.
You do. So you take 9.
9. Nice.
And that's a Hellhound's turn. Lux, you're up. Monster on deck, Solomon in the hole.
Good job, buddy.
Okay, I can reach this guy in one turn, so I'm gonna move here. Surprise.
All right.
Bonus hit. Bang.
Anything else you're doing?
Nope.
You lay into the dude. He is his armor is very dented. Now it's his turn. So all right. So he is going to focus his attacks. So he's going to bend down, grab his halberd, and then he's going to strike at Alyssa once.
And in response,
Execute order 60
Uh-oh.
death. And then that one.
All right. So go ahead and make your attack.
fuck.
Okay, you miss. Now let's see how bad of a critical miss this is for the monster. It's just a miss. And then his second attack is going to be at Lux. And miss.
Why did I try that to take that thing away from him? He's not able to use it anyway.
Solomon, you're up. Lassice on deck, Ewan in the hole.
I will move there. And then I'm going to Sacred Flame the Maragon. Take that. or not.
Sacred Flame never seems to work for you. And it's not even that they have good deck saves.
That's my turn.
All right. Lassice, you're up. Ewan on deck. Alyssa in the hole.
Alrighty. I'm giving up on that whip. I'm gonna do Psychic Blast instead.
To what?
Oh, there are two. To the Hellhound.
Wow. It's got a -2.
Seen this
Hell.
before.
Count your blessings. At least it wasn't a nat 20.
Oh, Jesus.
Imagine that shit. This hellhound repel just reflects your psychic blast back at you.
Anything else you want to do, Lassice?
No.
These dice are fucking crazy these last couple of sessions. All right, Ewan, you're up. Alyssa on deck. Hellhound in the hole.
Let's do. All right, so I'm gonna punch him.
Okay.
Yes, I do. How's he looking exactly here?
He's stumbling around. Still up.
I'm gonna use a moxie to do the stick and move, and I'm gonna attempt to shove him.
Okay.
Shove him down. I'm gonna knock him prone if possible.
Okay.
Ah, come on. Fucking hell. I tried to help Alyssa.
It's okay, I was thinking the exact same thing.
All right, Alyssa, you're up.
Yeah, bonus action, try to knock him prone.
That's better.
Sweep the legs.
All right, it's prone.
Yay, okay. Magic Greatsword. There we go.
All right. How do you kill it?
Christ, I killed that. I'm gonna slam my blade right underneath where the mask is by the neck and push upwards and then rip out so the mask and the head pop off.
All right.
And yeah, after that I'm gonna maneuver this way so I'm behind the Hellhound.
Okay.
And that does it for me.
So, first of all, it regains its breath weapon.
Bad dog.
Of course it does.
It moves here. Where's the magic? Or this measure? Yeah, so it will get Alyssa, Ewan, and Lux. So Alyssa, Ewan, and Lux, give me a dexterity saving throw.
All good.
All right, so each of you pass, but each of you are still going to take half damage.
Quarter damage for Alyssa, apparently.
So
Oh, Jesus.
that'll be 13 damage. Alyssa, you'll take half of that,
Yeah.
6.
so 6. And then after that, it's going to run. So Alyssa, you can get an attack of opportunity.
Okay.
You miss. So it moved 5,
Does
10
that dog count
to
as a
get here.
fiend?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
So it moved 10 feet to get here. So 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Well, what is that? 45, 50. All right, Lux, you're up.
Does it like start whimpering and scratching at the door?
The doors are actually open. They're not fully open, but they're cracked.
All right. Let me shoot an arrow at him.
Miss.
Son of a bitch.
Anything else?
Move over here.
Solomon.
So first I will move here, stay within 30 feet of Lassice, because I assume she's still concentrating on her pass without trace. I'm keeping the benefit of it if I can. And then I'm going to cast Sacred Flame at the dog. Take that. See if it's still alive. Ah, damn it.
So,
At least it failed a save. It worked.
It did. It did. It takes 2 damage. Anything else?
No, that's it.
Lassice. Also, everybody keep in mind this is probably the last major encounter we're having, so if you want to use your action points,
Already did.
lose them or use them.
First
Use 'em or
interaction
lose
of the game.
Yeah, you did.
Gonna try Psychic Blast again. See if I can hit myself with it.
All right. It takes 6 damage.
I hit something.
That is also something that doesn't usually work for you.
Hitting?
The psychic blast for some reason is just
Psychic
always. Also, it's got that minus D4 to saves, right? Saving throws. So add that icon on. Anything else?
Nope.
Ewan.
I don't think I can reach him. I guess I could like move and dash and then potentially get a opportunity attack if I really wanted. You said these doors are open?
Yeah.
What's inside?
Well,
What do
you
I
have to push them fully open to find out.
Oh, okay. So they're not open. They're cracked.
Yeah.
I'll just run up to this thing.
Okay.
Yep, and then yeah, that's a movement and an action. So, you know what? I'll do a brace up, so I can get some temp hit points. I got 11 temporary hit points.
Okay.
All right, and that's it.
Alyssa.
Gonna move my 30 feet, then use my action point, which I still have, to actually get up to the doggo right here. And I will then... Yeah, I'm gonna bonus action try and knock him prone with my shove. Yeah,
Nope.
it figures. Well, anyway, great sword strike to the doggo.
Nope.
Nope. Oh, fuck me. I will then cast darkness and hide here for an hour and a half. Nope, that's it for me then.
All right. The dog regains its fire breath.
Bad dog.
It tries to leave the space. So Ewan,
Yep.
your attack of opportunity.
Come on. Yeah.
All right. So it makes it, which means its speed is reduced to 0, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. It can't get both you and Alyssa in its fire breath, so it's going to just get you.
Sure. Ugh. Good thing I've raced up. Oh yeah, look at that.
Oh, there you go.
I'm only taking 5 of that.
That's the power of Racer.
And in fact, I guess I'll. Should I go ahead and just use this? Yeah, I'll use my bloodied but unbowed, and get some more temporary hit points and regain my moxie.
All right. The hellhound is also going to raise its head and howl.
Bad dog. In Infernal.
So, Lux.
I'm just gonna move right outside here so I can see a little bit better, and take out my bow and hold an action. If something comes through one of these doors, probably the one above us, or I'll take a shot. Right now, I got too many people in front of me.
Okay. Anything else?
Nope.
Okay. Solomon.
I will move up next to Lux again. And then the same thing. Or next to Lacis, I mean.
God, he's forgetting people's names.
Did he already take that -4?
Oh, he did not.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for reminding me. I totally would have forgotten. So yeah, it succeeds. So you deal 12 damage to it because it is vulnerable to radiant. Whoops.
I will look at my hands after I finish casting the spell in shock and go, ha ha! It worked!
Standing right next to Lacis, like, oh.
Yep. Completely ignores me. Yep. He's just growing up.
Lacis.
Let's try the psychic blast again.
This is the one he's gonna fail.
Nope.
Yeah. Say 1 damage. That's the one they fail.
Dog's too smart for you.
All right, Ewan, you're up. Alyssa on deck. Hellhound in the hole.
I mean, let's hit this guy. Punch.
Roll
Yeah, that
again.
hits.
All right. Roll D100.
Right in the middle.
So, first of all, let's see how much damage you do. So,
It's a D6 die.
wait a minute. It should say, okay, hold on. Let me fix your character sheet real quick so we got that in there. All right, Ewan, with your fist stuff, with your punches, and they're magic, right? Shard and powered, sure. So D6, so that's 6 plus your strength. That's 4, so that's 10. 11. 11 is your max damage times 2, so that's 22. So crit is 11. Confirmed is 22. So it is still up, but just barely.
What about my percentage?
So it is limited to a move action, a bonus action, or a standard action for the next 4 turns.
All right. Bonus action.
All right. Describe how you finish it off.
So these are fucking big dogs.
Oh yeah.
So like it starts to howl. I like grab and snap its mouth shut and just like thrust its head against the wall there.
Okay. And it leaves a bloody smear as it's no longer conscious and it falls limply to the ground. In the distance, you hear howling, and from the rubble beyond the courtyard, you see perhaps a dozen more hellhounds running up towards the stairs.
This is a pull or push door.
It is.
Probably a pool.
It is. Well, from your perspective, it is a pull.
Or no, wait. Would it be a push? So
When it wait, well, wait a minute. What is? Yeah. What?
It's defensible, so like the bar would be on the
Yeah.
inside. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So then it would be a push. So it's a push door.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can we see inside?
Hold on.
Do we hear the sounds of the dogs behind us or in front of us?
Oh, they're coming from behind you, from where you came from.
Oh, okay then. Fuck it.
So why don't we end the session there with this dozen or so, this whole pack of hellhounds running up to you guys as you're making your way into the fortress.
Makes sense to me.
Okay.
Someone enter from the other side so you can shut that door too.
You should probably put a marker on your token so that I remember that I had protection from evil up the whole time.
Oh yeah,
I'm
indeed.
not going to remember a month from now.
Right.
Maybe even just make a note on your character sheet too. like in your abilities or something. Would the protection of evil given you an advantage on his saving throws against the fire breath?
No, it just gives disadvantage on attack rolls against them.
Okay. So it was
And
just
that-
unlucky that it just kept refilling its fire breath.
I get advantage
and-
on like charisma checks or something that if it were
Against
to
you go
try
possession.
and control me, all right?
Right, you can't be charmed or possessed or things like that. Or-
Okay, yeah.
Right. But if you already are, you get advantage on your saving throws.
There's a reason why Hrothgar picked that spell up.
All
He
right.
was always getting possessed by the fucking Rakshasa.
So what did people think about the session tonight?
It was good.
I want to
the
have a
begin-
word with Roll20 about dice.
Roll 20.
Yeah.
Fucking us here.
Roll20 has always had weird dice rolling issues. Like far too often you see it rolls like double ones or double 20s for it to actually truly be random. But at the start of the session, I felt like things started off a little slow, in part because I decided that the thing Solomon forgot was why we were going to High Hall and why.
I thought that was just perfect, though. It really was.
Totally see Solomon doing that.
Oh, you know what? Whoever is wearing medium or heavy armor, give me a Constitution saving throw.
Nat 1? No, nat 20 you said.
Shoot. Okay. So Alyssa got a net 20. Solomon, you got 18.
If I roll another nat 20, do I go ahead and defeat whatever's doing this to us, even if it is the weather?
No.
Damn.
But with your nat 20, actually roll again.
Uh-oh. No time for the nat 1. Yeah.
Okay. So you no longer need to make saves, at least for the next day, regarding weather. Did everybody else roll? I'm only seeing Solomon and
Most
Alyssa.
people don't wear medium or heavy armor.
I think we're the
Don't
only
need
ones
that
who wear
shit.
armor.
Oh, okay. Okay, so
Yeah.
it's only you two.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So then that works. So the heat is not critically bothering you guys. You guys are all sweating bullets. You need some additional water, but you're avoiding any kind of levels of exhaustion. So this is going to be a last session for like a month or so.
Mhm.
How are people feeling about the campaign in general?
It's good. I mean, now I don't even know where to go. I don't know if we're supposed to be here. I guess it's good that there's a map because that suggests they expected us to come here.
Hopefully we will then find information. If not, what we need.
We need to find information. We need to find out what's going on here exactly, how we wound up here, what was Cardinal Crozan up to, all the other good stuff.
Right. Well, I mean, I still think the ultimate goal is to find Jayla Durana. She's the one who's supposed to be able to stop this.
Yeah.
So maybe she knows. I mean, one of the problems with showing the map of El Terrell is I noted that it's like Why do they have the graveyard labeled? There must be something there.
Yeah. So that will become. You guys will figure that out soon enough. But everybody's having fun with it.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
All right, good.
It's my longest lasting character yet.
Well, we haven't hit level 5 yet.
Yeah, I know.
True,
Depending
then
on
we can create food.
yeah, depending on how things go, you guys might hit level 5 after next session, or definitely by the session after that. So
Sweet.
You're planning on killing Tony
Relatively
that fast, huh?
yeah, I mean it is all dependent on how well these hellhounds tear into Tony.
Yep.
Well, then I
Yeah.
stop concentrating on protection from evil. Let's just get this done.
I'm gonna lock the door with him outside of it.
Go delete the note.
I don't need to know this.
So yeah, so you know, our next session would normally be October 14th. I don't expect that we'll play then. Depending on how well I'm doing with my healing, I don't know if you guys would be available the 21st, but definitely I foresee by the 28th we would definitely be able to restart. Because the 21st is like our off week normally.
Mhm.
It would normally be the 14th and then the 28th.
I think
Or I'm sorry, I'm looking at Wednesday because it's
Yeah.
after 12.
Yeah.
Yeah, so actually next session would normally be the 13th, be off the 20th, and then back on the 27th. So I definitely think that we'll be back by the 27th. 13th is definitely no, but if people are available the 20th, we could also play then. Peter, I think you have a game on the other Tuesdays, right?
Yeah.
It's still going?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, let's just play it by ear and see how you're feeling.
Yeah. So yeah. Apparently the surgery only takes an hour. It's like real quick, even though they're tearing off the top of my femur.
Yeah, but let's be honest, the femur is like designed to come out like the transmission of a car. It's real easy to replace it.
Right.
Needs a femur.
That's my theory.
Femurs are for the weak.
All right.
You just tell them, no need to even replace it. Just take the bad one out.
Yep.
I'll be fine.
I'll adapt.
I'll just have to learn to walk it off.
Just cut the bad shit out. I'll deal with the rest.
I don't trust all your newfangled medicine. Give me the maggots.
Leeches and maggots. And then also determining what color phlegm or bile do you have.
Yep. Tasting the nobleman's piss to see if it tastes funny.
Ugh.
They
Okay.
did that. They did that.
I don't doubt it.
Along with other bodily fluids.
Yeah. Have to be completely sure. Mike, I'm going to make sure you're in the best health you've ever been. I promise you that.
Oh gosh.
check out your fingers.
Um,
I am curious, did you expect us to make it further this session?
I thought you might get a little bit farther because there was something interesting that I had in store. It's not a big deal that you didn't get there. But yeah.
Because there was that thing about the NPCs and our darkest secrets.
Yeah.
And Ewan's darkest secret is that there's like a hot supervillain that he has a thing with that he let go. That's the most embarrassing secret Ewan has.
Oh, you fucking Batgirl?
Like, shit, don't look at that.
Yeah. It was just like,
And again, I was like, I guess maybe this, because I wasn't really thinking about this before. But like, you know what? Fuck it.
You know what, though? It's interesting because, based on the responses I got, I wasn't expecting anything that I was going to use for this session. But then somebody sent me something. I'm like, oh, this works perfectly. And then we didn't get to it. You guys were literally like this close. But that's fine. It'll just be a nice little surprise for next session. But that was, I was asking that more in general because I know, as you guys are exploring Fernia, you might encounter things that can read your minds, or you might encounter people that you knew in life who are in Fernia, whether they've been transported in Flamekeep or otherwise here. So that's kind of why I was asking that, so that I could try to incorporate that stuff to create some interesting role-playing opportunities for people.
and
But I'm forgetting now. This is after the Noir game, the Sharn game.
Yes.
Okay, so it is possible that somewhere in here there is Jofar.
Somewhere, yes. It's, you know what, I've been reviewing everything from McCormick's Folly and everything going on from the Four Dagger Core / Red Halo investigations. So I've been trying to incorporate things from each of those games into this one. Some of them you might find, some of them may never come about, but I am excited for those crossover events.
A little war criminal gnome guy or halfling.
Yeah. So
Actually, pretty much all of Brendan's characters could be here in hell, in the afterlife.
Oh, Kip and Sunny. Well, Kip is definitely here. Sunny, he made it to the other side.
All done.
I feel like Kip would have done something like on his deathbed. Kip would have been like, "Sonny, eat this baby, eat this living baby," just to make sure the Sonny came with him.
Sonny, I curse you with my dying breath. You will kill me.
hell's heart I stab at thee.
Oh, poor Sunny.
I have no idea about Omerta.
I mean, actually, that would be Kip's hell would be Sonny does come with him, and now he's like Sonny's pet.
Yeah, the McCormick's Folly stuff is harder to incorporate since, most people not only died, but also had their souls inextricably bound into the world tree to prevent the corruption of Umberos from spreading. So that's kind of a bummer.
Well, it looks like that didn't work,
Yeah.
did it?
But
Tell me
Omerta's
about
there.
Yeah, but Omerta is also trapped, unable to find any way out of the grove.
Oh, he'll find a way.
Yeah, it's called suicide.
Wait, you're right. Petrie committed suicide. Surely he wound up in hell.
I think that's the 7th layer is suicide, or is it the 6th? I don't remember.
Oh, man.
Practically twice. His ghost did it again.
Oh, man. Good stuff. I'm excited for some of the things that might unfold later on in the game. So,
All right. Good luck with your surgery.
thank you. I will keep up with everybody via email, and we'll kind of play it by ear when we'll be playing next.
Okay.
Have fun with the drugs.
Oh, yes.
They